This is your home for high school football in the Midlands. You're watching the fifth quarter with Derek Phillips.
Welcome to week one of the fifth quarter right here on WACH-FOX. And if week 0 didn't get you fired up enough for football, well, week 1, here we go. Let's get you out to our Friday night rivals game of the week. Dutch Fork taking on Goose Creek, and it would be Caleb Clark going at quarterback tonight in place of the injured Cole Douglas. Fox is hosting Goose Creek tonight. Home team on the board first. Clayton Jones showing glimpses of Matt Colburn here. Scampers 31 yards to the house, just like that, 7-0 Dutch Fork. Second quarter now. Stephen Davis Jr. looking like his dad out there. Takes it to the house, 65 yards. Missed PAT, makes it 13-3 Dutch Fork. The Gators would get on the board, though, just before the half. Dijon Prophet hauls in this touchdown in the back of the end zone. Dutch Fork led it 13-10 at the break, but the Gators would take over in the second half. They go on the road tonight to upset the Silver Foxes, handing Tom Knotts and company their second straight loss to open the season. 29-20 is your final. Our Amarilyn Pennycuff has more with the winning coach.
I think we just eliminated a lot of our mistakes. The offense came out, did what they were supposed to do, held on to the ball, didn't penalty. Defensively, we bracketed the ball better and took away some of the big plays, except for a couple there at the end. But overall, just stepped up, made plays when we had to, and won the football game.
Now to our fifth quarter game to watch. Lexington taking on West Side tonight. Scott Early making the trip back to the Midlands. Tonight it would be the Cats opening week 1 neutral site at River Bluff tonight. This one all West Side, early and often. Pig City for the Lexington offense. West Side would intercept the Wildcats there in the first half, and then later Donnie Baker picked once again by the West Side defense. West Side all over Lexington in this one. Your final tonight from River Bluff High, 27-10. West Side wins it. Our Courtney King caught up with Lexington head coach Josh Stepp afterwards.
Derek, I have Coach Stepp with me. Coach, what did you say to your team after such a tough loss?
I just told them to keep their heads up. It's week 1. You make your most improvement from week 1 to week 2. And we're going to get there. That's a very good football team we played. But we're a good football team, and we do what we're supposed to do. We turned the ball over too many times offensively, couldn't get off the field on third down. So these kids are learning. We'll get back to work Sunday with film and try and get this thing turned around.
You mentioned a couple of things that were adding to what was taking so long to get some points on the board, but what was making it so difficult for you guys to get there?
Just not doing what we just didn't execute very well offensively. Didn't execute very well up front and struggled at times offensively. But credit to them. They do it. They run a good scheme on defense. But we knew it was going to take us some time up front. Those guys 4 of the 5 are brand new starters. And they're great kids. They work hard. They'll come to work next week ready to get better, and we'll get better. I told our kids, keep your heads high. It's week 1, and we're going to get back at it next week and get better.
I saw you and Coach Scott hug right after the game. What did you guys say to each other?
No, he said, you guys are going to win a lot of football games. I said, so are y'all. I said, he said, I'm proud of you. He said, you guys will get there. I said, well, we got a lot of work to do, but we got a great group of kids. Our kids work extremely hard, and they'll come Sunday to film, and we'll get ready to get back to work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Derek?
To Blythewood High we go now. First-year head coach Perry Parks and the Ridgeview Blazers taking on the Bengals tonight. Blazers had a huge run deep into Bengal territory that was negated by a personal foul call. Bengals capitalized, picked there by Cole Brown. That would set up the tailback, Osei Thomas, and 21 shows why leg workouts are just as important as the upper body. How about managing to shed the tackle there in the open field? That's 6. Blythewood up early, and Thomas would find the end zone again later in the half. Bengals led it 21-7 at the break. They go on to win it tonight, 28-14 over the Blazers. Some scores from around the Midlands tonight. Sumter taking down Crestwood 49-20, and it was York taking down Irmo, that one up in York County. 45-24 is your final there. That Swansea score should say 34-24 AC Flora winners tonight. Newberry tops Union County in a very exciting football game tonight, 34-27. To White Knoll we go now. Dean Howell and the Timberwolves coming up just short in the battle on the Bluff a week ago. To Fort Mill, looking to get back to 1-1 tonight, hosting the Wando Warriors. First quarter, Warriors jump on top. Bailey Hart hands it to Kevin Brown for the score. Warriors up 7-0. Still in the first, Bailey Hart gets picked off here by the Timberwolves' Corey Meggett. That interception would set this up. Caleb Grubbs hands it off to Maurice John, and White Knoll ties things up at 7 apiece, and White Knoll goes on to pick up their first win of the year tonight, 36-28 winners over Wando. To Harry Perone Stadium we go now. The R&E Cavaliers taking on Rodney Summers and the Westwood Redhawks. 15-yard carry right here on first down by Shane Harkness for the Redhawks. That would set them up later in the, I should say, the R&E territory later here. First down, first and goal here for the Cavaliers. Darius McCaskill, though, coming up with a big stop on fourth down for the Redhawks. Westwood struggling a little bit in this ball game, though. How about the interception here by Tarek Hunter for Northeast? He takes that in for the score, but Westwood escaping on the road tonight. They win it 30-20. Out in Gilbert now, the Indians playing host to David Bennett and the River Bluff Gators trying to move to 2-0 on the year. Things looked good early for the Indians as they take a 6-0 lead on this strong run by Tyler Thomas. However, the Gators would storm right back thanks to this incredible catch by Devon Johnson coming right at you folks here. The long pass by Brandon Tillman, and watch number 2 go up and get it inside the 5. That sets up Tywan Glenn for the score, making it 7-6. Gators get that first win of the year, 34-20, winners over Gilbert tonight. And over at Memorial Stadium, the Drew Blue Devils looking to make it 2-0 on the year, taking on Columbia tonight. Dreer's running back Anthony Salter takes the handoff, dodges a few tacklers, picks up a Dreer first down. Later in the same drive on 3rd and 3, Columbia's cornerback Michael James breaks up the pass from backup quarterback Matthew Campbell. This would force Dreer to a 28-yard field goal. Campbell puts it through. Dreer gets the big win tonight over Columbia. Final from Memorial, 47-0. Well, this first half of the WACH-FOX 5th quarter edition in the books, but plenty more action coming your way tonight. It's rivalry week. The Airport Eagles kicking off the 2015 campaign, hosting the Brooklyn Casey Bearcats. All those highlights and much more coming your way when we return.
This is your home for high school football in the Midlands. You're watching the 5th quarter with Derek Phillips.
Welcome back to this Week 1 edition of 5th quarter right here on WACH-FOX. Boy, Rusty Sharpie and the Brooklyn Casey Bearcats picking up a huge win in Week 0 on the road last Friday over Fairfield Central. Could they make it 2-0 tonight on the road at Eagle Stadium, taking on rival Airport? This one a wild one to say the least. We pick it up in the second half. Airport up 35-12. The Bearcats would mount a comeback starting with this short touchdown by A.J. Brown. Following an Airport turnover, Brown getting right back to work with this strong run, setting up his own score, pulling BC within 11. However, Airport would march it down the field and stop any comeback plans of BC with this touchdown pass. Eagles go on to win it tonight by a final 42-37. To Cecil Woolbright Field we go now. The Battle of the Bell on the line tonight, featuring Chapin and Mid-Carolina. How about Logan Bailey, the senior, for the Eagles? Fakes the handoff, hits his tight end, will register Gamecock commit for the first down. Later, Bailey calls his own number. We've seen it all year last year. See it again right there. 4-yard score puts Chapin up 13-0. Next possession, Mid-Carolina's Corey Stone hits Chris Linder in the corner of the end zone. Great deep ball there. Mid-Carolina's only touchdown of the night. Chapin goes on to win this one tonight, 44-7. To Zimp Stadium we go now. The Camden Bulldogs taking on West Florence tonight. Quarterback Devin Beckley going deep to his tight end. Man, you got to love the tight end action in high school football. Parker Rankin puts the Bulldogs up 7-0 in the second quarter. West Florence doesn't stay quiet, though. Here comes Aaron Darby, who takes it in for the score. Bulldogs, though, would answer right back. Senior Taylor Kelly, how about this play right here, folks? Who doesn't love a good kick return? Watch him turn on the jets as he hits the wedge here, folks. And that man is gone. Takes it all the way to the house. Gotta love a good kickoff return. And the ref goes down to top it all off. But West Florence steals this one tonight. Bulldogs fall 26-14 is your final. Some other scores from around the Midlands tonight. Batesburg, Leesville, big winners over Woodland tonight, 35-0. Fairfield Central, also big winners tonight, topping Chester 40-7. Other scores from around the area. Lake Marion takes down Orangeburg-Wilkinson 13-0. And Calhoun County gets the win over Denmark-Olar 49-22. Rough start to the 2015 season for Matt Campbell and the Lugoff Elgin Demons. A big test tonight at home with the Fort Mill Yellow Jackets rolling into town. Second half, Lugoff down 28-0, looking for a comeback. It would be the Demons quarterback with the keeper here. Gets to the pylon. How about the effort there? That would cut the deficit to 3 scores, but the Yellow Jackets just too tough in this one on the night. They would answer back, and Fort Mill picks up a big win on the road tonight. They win it by a final of 35-24. To Bolden Stadium we go now. The Eau Claire Shamrocks taking on C.A. Johnson. The Hornets off to a rough start to week 1. They put the ball on the turf. Shamrocks capitalize, and then later, how about number 25 here, bowling over everybody. Nice run there, deep into Hornets territory. Great field position, and then later, the Shamrocks take it in for the score. McNeil Keith would pick that one up later in the half. This might be one of the craziest plays you'll see this Friday night. C.A. Johnson, ball carrier, just hands it right to McNeil Keith, and he takes it all the way to the house for the 6. And Eau Claire wins it tonight over C.A. Johnson. We did not get a final on that one, but we will keep you posted as we get it in. In Skeeza action tonight, a big matchup featuring Eric Kimry's Hammond Skyhawks taking on Derek White and the Ben Lippen Falcons. Surprisingly, all defense early on. Big Charles Hutchinson swallows up the Ben Lippen quarterback for a big loss. Snuffs out the drive. Ben Lippen punts it away, leads to a Hammond field goal. Later, Hammond would be threatening. But how about the interception there from Ben Lippen? Would have been a touchdown. Great defense, short return. Hammond on the move again. Brad Lewis looks like he was done, but number 80 spins out of everything and gets to the sidelines and just tripped up there inside the 10. But that's okay. Malik Bennett, he says, I got your back, bro. Takes it in for the 6. Hammond goes on to roll tonight. They win it over Ben Lippen. 34-9 is your final. And out at Heathwood Hall, the Highlanders taking on Cardinal Newman tonight. Big run here by Terrence Tyler Jr. Or I should say, that would be a reception. So good, the cameraman can't even find him anymore. Later, that would set up a Seth Ham touchdown for the Cardinals. Cardinal Newman, big winners tonight. They moved to 2-0 on the year. Watch out for those running backs over at Cardinal Newman. They got a good couple of good ones. 21-6 is your final in that one. That concludes the second half of the 5th quarter, but we are far from done here tonight. When we come back, we've got our first Player of the Week award to hand out, plus a look at all the sights and sounds from week 1, including our Play of the Night. Stay with us.
This is your home for high school football in the Midlands. You're watching the 5th quarter with Derek Phillips.
Oh, yes. This is why we live for Friday nights right there, folks. You got to love it. This young man, well, his Wildcats might not have been playing that great tonight, but he was still enjoying himself in the stands. How about that little man there, getting it done? He knows it. He knows he's the man, enjoying his Skittles. We've entered our favorite portion of the show where all the sights and sounds are compiled into one social media frenzy. Let's take a look at a few weeks of week 1 shots using the hashtag WACH-5th-quarter. Our photogs, Maddie Crow, Lugoff Elgin, she was out there in that Fort Mill matchup. R&E Cavaliers getting hyped up before their game with Westwood tonight. One of our other photogs and director of this very show here, Dustin Martin, grabbing some Gilbert students who was ready for River Bluff tonight. There's a good shot from Maddie from the Camden West Florence game. Tons of great action tonight on a Friday night. We'll take you to some more clips here. Excuse me. The Bengals of Blythewood, man, they were ready to go tonight. First, well, I should say home game, but they were technically the away game against Ridgeview tonight at Richland 2 Stadium. Camden, another shot out there. They were fired up, taking an early lead against West Florence before falling tonight. We've tallied all the votes, and now it's time to take a look at our week 1 play of the night. If you missed it earlier, have a look again. Camden senior Taylor Kelly. This kid has some wheels. Watch him destroy West Florence kick coverage there. They will be looking back on this at film, and besides the laughing of the ref falling over, I'm sure the coaches will be very upset and will try and get that corrected next week. But a fantastic play there by Taylor Kelly, Camden senior, our play of the night. This marks the first week of our 5th quarter Player of the Week award. It was a tough one, but after running through all the box scores, one player stood out from the rest. Here's our Week 0 5th quarter Player of the Week.
He's a bullseye.
Having a target on his back is nothing new for Larry Collins. That's why he's WACH-FOX's first 5th quarter Player of the Week.
Just go out there and play. That's really it.
The 6'3", 190-pound receiver lets his play do the talking. Collins racked up 11 catches for 198 yards and 2 scores in Lower Richland's loss to Spring Valley in Week 0.
Every night I just think somebody's in the stands watching, so it makes me go even harder.
The Diamond Hornets senior has caught the eyes of many, racking up a pile of Division I offers. And his head coach, Darryl Page, says it's made him an even better player.
His work ethic has really picked up this year. He knows that a lot of teams, he's a bullseye. But he comes to work every day and adapting that hard hat mentality, which I really enjoy, and it's made it a whole lot easier to coach him, and in turn made us better offensively.
And despite the Week 0 loss, Larry Collins and the Diamond Hornets still win, as he's our WACH-FOX 5th quarter Player of the Week. Congratulations to Mr. Collins. Stay with us. We're back to wrap up this Week 1 edition of the 5th quarter on WACH-FOX right after this.
This is your home for high school football in the Midlands. You're watching the 5th quarter with Derek Phillips.
Take a look at some more scores tonight from around the area. Gray Collegiate putting a hurting on Great Falls tonight, 68-0 the final in that one. And some Skiza action, Wilson Hall takes down Orangeburg Prep 48-6. Next week, we've got a big one coming to you. It will probably be our game of the week. Week 2 preview here, Blythewood taking on Lexington. Certainly Coach Stepp's team will be looking to bounce back after a tough performance tonight. Blythewood starting out the year 2-0. Coach Morgan's Bengals got to be feeling good right now. Lexington got them last year, though, 13-0. I can't wait for Week 2. Let's do it again next Friday night. Thank you for joining us right here on the 5th quarter on WACH-FOX. Have yourselves a good weekend.